Attorney General Barr will not testify before the House Judiciary Committee today. Right-hand side of your screen, that is an empty chair. The Congress people are speaking to an empty chair. Now, yesterday, Barr was truly grilled on Capitol Hill over the Mueller report. Just take a look at this.
When we read the report, we knew Robert Mueller's concerns were valid and that your version of events was false. You told Senator Chris Van Hollen that you didn't know if Bob Mueller supported your conclusions, but you knew. You lied. But I wasn't surprised. You did exactly what I thought you'd do. It's why I voted against your confirmation. But now, we know more about your deep involvement in trying to cover up for Donald Trump. Being Attorney General of the United States is a sacred trust. You have betrayed that trust. America deserves better. You should resign.
Okay. Joining us now, Herman Cain. Mr. Barr is not going to testify today. And frankly, Herman, I guess you can't blame him after sitting through that yesterday. What do you say?
I don't blame him at all. The empty chair is consistent with their empty logic. Mr. Mueller finished his report. Mr. Barr's job was to write a summary. He did. There was no collusion and no obstruction. What's happening here, Stuart, is that the Democrats want to keep the lie alive. That's all they have between now and the election in 2020. And here's the other thing that this senator knows, along with a lot of the others. The more outrageous of a statement that they make, the more likely it is to be picked up by the media, on TV, sometimes in print. That's what she's doing. There is absolutely no basis for Attorney General Barr to resign because there is no shame in his game, and I love it that he did not back down to these accusations and lies.
Frankly, Herman, looking at what's going on right now on Capitol Hill, the empty chair and Congressman railing to an empty chair, I think they've lowered the tone to the level of farce. That's my opinion. But here we go. A new CNN poll about the president's approval rating. Best level in 2 years, 43% approve. Okay, that's not high, but it's higher than it has been in 2 years. Question for you, Herman, do polls matter at this point?
No, they do not matter at this point, and here's the reason why, Stuart, and you have reported on this on your show. When over 90% of the legacy media outlets, ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, do negative reporting, over 90% do negative reporting on this president and his administration, what do you expect? You get 43% approval. What it also says is that enough people are not buying the fake news, they're not buying the malarkey, and they're looking at the results of this president. I happen to think 43% approval is very respectable when you have these other stations attacking you constantly, and it's usually with fake news and even to the point of lies. So it doesn't mean a thing at this point.
I got to tell you, Herman, I scanned the establishment media this morning. I looked at some TV shows. Nowhere were they talking about the stellar growth economy which we have right now. I mean, it really is the best economy that I've seen in a long, long time. Gets no mention at all. It's ridiculous. Last word to you.
It is ridiculous that this president doesn't get cited on some of these other stations for this booming economy. The GDP growth rate, they didn't expect it to be over 3% in the first quarter, but it was. We also have historically low unemployment rates. We have regulatory rollback like Ken Langone talked about this morning. They don't want to talk about that. They want to try to do Trump hate and negative attacks. But the good news is most American people are not abandoning Trump because they know the truth. And I got to tell you, Stuart, we are going to have to mobilize the foot soldiers of the truth, which is why we prepared this little truth card that people can order at truthcardcain.com. We have to be the foot soldiers for the truth card. Truthcardcain.com.
You got it. Herman,
we have to be the foot soldiers for the results.
Truthcardcain.com. Got it. Okay. Thank you very much, Herman. See you again real soon. That's a promise.